Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Denver Broncos. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On second down, Freeman across the 30 to the 31-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
From the gun on third down, Ryan. This one complete to Devontae Freeman. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. The former Indiana Hoosier here is Evan Coleman. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's Coleman. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Get up! Get up! Got 36
Here's Coleman on the toss. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. That second down run, a big help as 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He's going to look deep down the field. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. As his guys are in for 6. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Foyesade Oluwakan made the tackle there from his safety position. Second and 6, just inside the 30. And they'll go with the ground attack here. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there.
Let's go! Strand 38! Strand 38!
Operating from the gun, Mason. And able to find Deshaun Hamilton complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Hey, come on, let's go! White 90! White 90!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. He's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go!
On 1st and 10, Mason. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Let's go! White 90! White 90!
Throwing again. Mason. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Back to throw. Mason. And he finds Hamilton. That's complete. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. 1st and 10 at the 19.
Come on, let's go. What, 90? What, 90?
And they'll run it here. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Let's go. Grand 38.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mason. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long.
Let's go. What, 90? What, 90? Cut.
From the gun, Mason. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. It's a foot race. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got a 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. Throw left side. It's reeled in by Hamilton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive, a success. 19 yards. Good throw there to start this second possession. Maybe help erase the memory of the interception he threw first possession.
Yeah, I think a lot of the time now there's a communication between the head coach, offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach. All right, we got to get him settled. It's not easy after you've thrown a pick 6.
Here we go.
You might want to just run the football, but I think in most cases you want to give him easy throws that he's comfortable with to get him going again. And it's not necessarily just throwing one or 2 yards. What throws does he like to make? Give him a couple of those and get him going.
Definitely looked like one he was comfortable with on the last throw.
Let's go. What, 90? What, 90? Cut.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10.
Let's go. Grand 38. Grand 38.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Vic Beasley able to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Let's go. What? 90.
To throw on second down, Mason. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he gets it down to the 32. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Come on, let's go. Brand 38.
Now a handoff. It's Freeman. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And McManus able to put it through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. He completes it to Julio Jones. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down. And that's the connection, Ryan to Jones, that this defense obviously has to key in on.
Certainly feels like they got the party started with that one, doesn't it? And when those two get in sync, it just scares the heck out of defenses because he can hit Julio Jones in a short zone, and he can take it the whole way.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
21.
On 1st down, Ryan. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, Ryan. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. To throw again is Ryan. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a 1st down. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 45-yard line.
Get up!
This is Coleman. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On second down, here's Ryan. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Second down, Ryan. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. They'll run here with Freeman. And he's able to find some room as they get him down after a good run. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
It's Coleman here, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Two minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. The Falcons on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and goal. They'll toss it to Coleman. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
This offense bent the defense in their long drive downfield, but once they got within sight of the goal line, the defense went to don't break mode and is stiffened.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So out now comes the field goal unit for the Falcons. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. a dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Throwing to start the drive. Mason. Throw left side complete. It's Hamilton. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Desmond Trufant there making the tackle.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Ohio! Flex round! Come on, let's go! Grand 38!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mason. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Let's go! Grand 38!
Operating from the gun. Mason. This one caught by Crowder. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Able to put it through. And a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. And here now come the Falcons. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
After the interception, here's Ryan. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. He got 29 yards that time. They come up in an offset eye. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a second and goal. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Austin Hooper, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Here we go! Ryan 38!
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Come on, let's go. What, 90?
Throwing on first down. Mason. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hamilton. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10.
4 down, 4 down. Here we go. What, 90? What, 90?
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Run. 3 down, 3 down. Ohio! Come on, let's go!
And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Flex round! Flex round! Let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38! Hut!
To throw on 2nd down, Mason. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there, and it's 3rd down.
I think someone's going to get into QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That'd be the 2nd person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, 2nd drive, not much better. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Come on, let's go! What, 90?
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Flexing his muscle at the 30. That'll be caught right side by Hamilton. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10.
Let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38!
They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll get it to the 23-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
Hey, boys, got 4 down. Let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38!
Freeman again. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Crowder's got it over the middle. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Looking to throw. Mason. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, 1st and 10 at their own 11.
12.
Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early. Moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Coleman now. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? After the penalty, here's Freeman. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Clinton Dix there for the stop.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Third and long. It's Ryan. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the fourth.
Hey, let's go. Hey, wait.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280 feet. The air is rare.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan, and he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Here's Drew Kaiser now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Let's go! What? 90!
Freeman. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. And they'll go with a ground attack here. It's a gain of just a couple there, but it's enough to get them the first.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the 1st down.
Barely picking it up, but they did.
4 down. Let's go! What? 90! What? 90!
Right back to him on 1st down. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Here we go! Brad 38! Brad 38! 54! 3 buzz!
Now it's Freeman. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Let's go! Brad 38! Brad 38!
And they'll run it here. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing, so they'll go for it on fourth down.
Here we go. What? 90.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it is incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on fourth. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on fourth. And we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
Now Ito Smith. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Coleman. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
Get up! Ready! Back 25! Let's go!
On the counter, Devontae Freeman. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. The UCLA product, Kenny Young, had the tackle.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Hey,
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Now it's Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Here's Drew Kaiser now as he'll punt it away for the second time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
The Broncos on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to have the first down as he's marked down just shy of the 20. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is, because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for Atlanta, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Lambeau to take on the Packers. Meanwhile, for Denver, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.